logical, but a lot of traders mess this up. You can have the best entry model, right? So when people talk about the daily bias is really a function of knowing where you are in the week. I heavily believe that. For the S&P and NASDAQ, I heavily believe that. The best daily bias trader, or the best traders that form in the daily bias, understand where they are in the weekly candle. Now, this is a big hack. This is a big hack. Now, it doesn't constitute to a 100% win rate. Nothing ever does. This is a big hack. This is a very big hack. There's two ways you can look at it. Either short near the high of the week, understanding weekly cycles. Wednesday, Thursday often give that reversal. Sometimes Friday if there's like NFP or something. Or my preferred way of understanding this is trade towards the weekly opening price. Trade towards the weekly opening price. Now that doesn't mean if you're above it you sell every single time. Absolutely not. That's not what I'm saying. Because I know there's the back of the mind question of, but what about Monday? What about Tuesday? You didn't take shorts there. How come we didn't take shorts? So number one, there's a level of intuition that comes from understanding how a weekly candle forms. And if you can just understand how a weekly candle forms, you will have a much better time trading, because you can stay out of certain positions and you can almost have this weird sense of timing certain positions. Like today's short, okay, yes, I didn't take it just because it was above the weekly opening price, but the short that I took, one of the major confluences for holding it the way that I did was because we were below the weekly opening price. In my head, I see the weekly opening price as a magnet, right? So this is this is going to be a very terrible sketch of a magnet. My drawing, that's a magnet, yeah? And there's like a force. And that force is like this. Now, what's very interesting is you can apply this the opposite way. Meaning, let's say price was here, you want to be longing back up to the weekly opening price. So that magnetic force, that magnet will be flipped. So it would look something like this. And obviously that force would be going this way. That force would be going this way. Now, this is such a powerful concept. I'm going to actually screenshot this. I know it looks a bit weird with the drawing, but screenshot this and I'm going to put it in the chat, so people have access to it. Now, with that being said, now, let's clear up the charts and let's go to the execution. Now, I just want to say one thing. The execution for today was relatively simple, and it usually is simple. Now, when it comes to execution, right, there's three things you need. You need to know where to trade from. You need to know what to look for. And you need to know why you're looking for it. These three things have to be hit